charging troubleshooting. How do you begin to troubleshoot your charging problem, or how will you know that you're having a charging problem? It's obvious. If you plug your phone to the if your phone is plugged to the mains, that is, you plug your travel charger to the mains inlet and it's not showing any signal on the phone that is charging, then obviously there is problem. But the problem could be one of two. It's possible that the problem is not even your phone. The problem could be your charger. Yes, it has been reliable, but something might have happened on the way. So before you begin to do anything, as a technician, test with another charger that is working. If that is done and the phone did not still come up, then for us as technicians, the best thing or the best tool that you can use in examination is your eye. You look through the port and find out the status of the port, if it's not ruptured, if there has not been a problem or a breach in the charging port. So if there's one, you make a change of the charging port. All you have to do is just get your reward station, if it's one soldered onto the board, and if it's a detachable charging port, you don't need to get your reward station. Just like in some Nokias, all you have to do is just to remove the charging port and replace the DC jack port. But on some phones that has the charging port soldered to the board, all you have to do is to get another charging port. Like I have some here. In changing the charging port, for instance, there are various things to consider. Depends on the position of the charging port on the PCB. Some could be attached, like I have in this Android phone. It's attached to a separate board down here, which can be done without even working on the PCB. But in this case, in this particular instance, it's attached to this PCB very close to the screen. So foremost, I will have to take the screen away from where the heat will become, so that it will not damage the screen. Then position my PCB on the table. Prior to doing this, a little flux to ease removal of the charging port. This changing of a charging port. The one I'm doing does not necessarily have a problem, but I just want to make an illustration of how a charging port can be removed and replaced. There could be some that could be more complex than this. But what you always look out for is that you should ensure that your reward station is not affecting other components on the board. Because if it does, it may damage the phone and the phone may not come up again. So it has been removed. So assuming this is a bad one, and I'm getting another one for replacement, and I already have another one, all I'll just do is to bring it back. The way it's unsoldered is also the way it will be soldered. It could also be a bad shard detector. How do I mean? In a mobile phone or in mobile phones, aside from the charger and the charging ports that we see physically, the other components that regulates charging in the phone, and one of such is the shard detector IC. What this does is that it regulates the charger such that once your battery is filled, it will stop accepting charging to the phone, and that's what normally tells you that your battery is full. Some will say remove, depending on the software using communicating back to you that the charger is full. Some will tell you that remove the charger from the wall inlet to save energy, and some will just tell you that battery is charged. But you will have seen instances where the phone will charge indefinitely. The battery will not get filled, and it will always charge all day to always tell you that it's charging. That means there's a problem. You can't charge your phone forever. You should charge at most, for most smartphones these days, at most your charging should not be more than 3 hours if you have a fast charger at most. So if you have a phone that charges all day 24/7, to always tell you it's charging, then there's a problem in the charging system that goes beyond your charger and the charging port, which is usually the charge detector IC. But how do you know this IC? In most cases, if you are so familiar with that phone, then you have known where the charge IC detector is placed. But since you are not the one that manufactured the phone, if you want to know the IC, it's always advisable to go on the site of the mobile phone manufacturer to download the circuit diagram or the block diagram, as the case may be, to guide you on how to locate the company. It will show you, it will be shown on the I'll still show you what a circuit diagram looks like and the block diagram, so that you can understand what I'm saying, that why seeing all these components scattered on the board as they are arranged. It's not as if they are just there. So the block diagram and the circuit diagram will show you, okay, this is resistor, and it shows the number. The block diagram is where you will see the direction to where the circuit diagram is. So the block diagram will show this particular board the way it is. Then it will now give us various numbers. So it's with those numbers you know that, okay, this is the resistor I'm looking for. So that number will be what will link you to where the resistor or whatever, the capacitor, the diode, the coil, where they are on the board or in the circuit diagram. So if you have such problem, that's how it's solved. And at times, the problem may not even be any of the things I've mentioned, but just a broken link. If it's a broken link and you're able to trace where it got broken while using your multimeter, probably on a working board, or going online to look for solutions. And the solutions, if the solution given to you is just to link the affected part. Because another problem is that the best way to solve a problem of mobile phone is that you have a working one to assist you if you don't have the circuit diagram and the block diagram to work with, a working one to help you do your troubleshooting. And if that is not available, if you're lucky, somebody have done that solution and has posted it online, all you have to do is just Google, make a search of that fault that you have, and you'll be able to fix your problem.